Hello, I am back today with UberChic Beauty Collection 5. Like all of their collection sets, there are 3 plates in this, and this one is 501. So let's take a look. I love this beautiful flower pattern. It's like an embroidered pattern that you'd see on like a peasant dress. Just beautiful. A nice little background pattern that matches that. I think those go together really beautifully. I love this bee, and then you've got this little flower here that, look, it's that same as that little flower there in that image. And that's one of the things actually that I really love about the UberChic plates, is that they take out the small elements, so you have that flexibility to build in different elements to your manicure instead of just having one image that you repeat over again. I love this with the little squiggly, it's like squiggly leaves. I actually have a plant that grows in my garden that has seed pods that kind of remind me of that. And then you have a full nail image of your little bees here that match up with that. I love this. This is like, it's almost like a mosaic version of chrysanthemums or some kind of beautiful flower. I think that's just a really beautiful little butterfly to play with, to go with your little, it's like little spring elements up there. I love this with the vines, the little buds, leaves are budding off of. Beautiful textural image if you want to use it for that, or just for like, for some sort of stems or stalks. Love this pattern. What a great dotacure you could do with this, with little different colored dots all over the place. And I think that's just really cool and fun. Beautiful rose. This would be so amazing for LED lighting or reverse stamping. And I'm also reviewing their UberChic Beauty Sugar Skull plate. This would go beautifully with that. I love this. It's almost like a visual image with the different triangles and diamonds, and just beautiful, and a little swirly kind of, like a flower, star, swirl, whatever you want to call it. This beautiful rose image that goes so beautifully with this, and again would go with the Sugar Skull plate. Now, keep in mind, I try to always remind you when I see images like this that the gray here that you're seeing, that's going to be where your stamping polish shows up. So this black, or the darker area here, is where your base polish is going to show. So if I were stamping over this, the petals of the rose here would be showing through in this color, and then whatever color I'm stamping in is going to be on top of that. What this is really great, images like this are really great for if you have, let's say like you have a beautiful hollow that you think would make beautiful roses. Like I love Colors by Leroux, Pirates of Penzance is a beautiful red and would make beautiful flowers. Well, I'm not going to be able to stamp that. So if I want that to show through as my flower, an image like this is going to allow me to define it while letting my base polish show through as though it were the stamping polish. So that's what's really great about images like that. I love any kind of flourish leaf work like that. Beautiful little swirls, and I like this crowns and gemstones. Crowns and gemstones. And you got your little crown to match here. And look at how cool is they even gave you this like little geometric thing to go with that. That's awesome. Beautiful little simple flourish to make quick, elegant nail art. I love that. Pretty little leaves, and this could be, you use this for spring, for fall. You could use it just as a beautiful kind of chintz pattern. Really beautiful. And I have no idea what this flower is going to call, so I'm just going to say I love this beautiful flower pattern. Just gorgeous. And then we've got some little like daisies and little, or pansies, I guess. That's more like a pansy or a petunia. It seems like in every one of their sets they have this sort of lacy doily kind of thing, but in a different pattern, in a different style. And one of the cool things I love about what they've done here is they give you the reverse. I'm strangely anal about symmetry, and one of the things I really love is being able to have, like on this hand, if I'm going to have one that goes that way, that on this hand I can have the one that goes the other way, so that my hands are mirror images of each other if and when I'm wearing the same manicure on both hands, which actually, believe it or not, does happen sometimes. So when I do that, I like to be able to have the the mirror images so that I can do the same thing over both manicures. Beautiful lily, and then a smaller beautiful lily image. Beautiful for lead lighting, beautiful for just for reverse stamping, just for anything. I mean, just beautiful. And then I love, you've got this geometric stripe here. How cool would it be to have this on all your nails except for like maybe this one, and then just have that be on the tip as a French manicure kind of deal? How cool would that be? And then I love any visual imagery like that. But with this, again, it's a perfect template for any kind of dotting you want to do with different dotting colors. So, or even like with the half pearls or half beads, you could do little cool things with that. So plenty you can do there. All right, let's take a look at plate 502. Again, another one of these, like the visual, the same thing like with this, with diamonds, but now we've got circles, and this looks like bubbles or coffee cup rings, and you could even use those two together. So don't forget to look between the plates in the set at the things that actually complement each other. Another a flower pattern. This one with a more of a spiky flower. See, I'm just so good with flower names, and I like that they have the little image again. A filigree, but notice this is a different kind of or not filigree, but flourish, a different kind of flourishy, Victorian-y kind of pattern. And then you've got a different kind of lily here. Oh, just beautiful. And then the smaller one to go along with that. I'm getting so excited here, I'm forgetting to keep this on camera and centered. And then a nice little pretty, this kind of goes down here with this one, so you could play around with that. And then a more stylized flower, lots of different options. I love this. This is a geometric pattern, but I've never seen one like that. And I love the way that different kind of teardrop shapes go into one another. This is a violet. And look at this violet, and it's a little bit more fun and whimsical than some of the others, so you get a variety of different styles that you can play around with, whatever you're feeling like that week. You know, maybe you want something really elegant, you know, this week, but next week you want something that's a little bit more fun, you know, or something that's a little bit more flower that's more geometric. And then here's another one of the cool that seems to be the theme, one of the themes of this set of plates. This one is with more oval-y kind of shapes, and then you've got the triangles and diamonds and the circles there. And then, of course, this little flower to go with that. And then we have beautiful, just little like vines with little flowers on them. So pretty. And I love this leaf. This stamped in gold or silver on just about anything is going to be amazing and beautiful. And, you know, in one simple stamp on one nail, you've got a beautiful fall mani. Love this pattern of the stylized like cabbage roses, and your little one with that. Oh, beautiful. Just, I mean. And then here's a nice little quick pattern, like some of the designer bag patterns, so you could use it for that. And little bits of teardrop-y shapes, like almost paisley. And then you've got carbon versions of one another. So you've got, here's where your background polish is going to show, your base polish is going to show through more. Here is where the polish that you're stamping is going to show more. So you could play around with that on the same manicure. Look at how cool this is. This is like a cross section from a tree. I love that with all the rings and the big redwoods. And you could, I mean, you could use it for that. You could use it just for textural element in a manicure. I love all of these leaves. I'm really into, I've already done a couple of fall manicures, fall leaf manicures that are going to show up on the blog. And this makes me want to do more. And I love this. This is more solid than, so like on this one we have this one, which is more open and flowy, and this one's a little bit more solid and dense, so a different kind of look. Great for lead lighting here or the reverse stamping, and then this is just great for any kind of just, you throw this stamp in, especially like I could see it in a metallic color over a beautiful red or a beautiful purple, and you've got just a gorgeous mani. And then you've got the smaller element there to play around with as well. Some more flowers, and I love how these go with one another. Just beautiful there together. And then let's move on to plate 503. And here we've got one of these, what I call collage style. Some people call infinite images. So, and you can pull from different areas to get different looks on your different nails, but that they all go together because they all have the same kind of style. So maybe on one nail you want to center this little thing here, have your background polish show through a little bit more. Maybe on another nail you want to highlight this kind of section a little bit more. Maybe on another nail you want to get more of this kind of like cactus looking thing. So it's going to be unified but all different, and I really love that about the Infinite Images. I love this for any kind of background texture, or you know, just by itself. It's like cracked earth. I love it. This shows you I haven't eaten yet today, because when I look at this makes me think of like a chocolate bar from the side, the chocolate bar with the little pieces that you snap off. Maybe I've said too much. How beautiful is this? And I really like images that, you know, where you don't have just the enforced edge, but you've got this beautiful flowing edge that you can put halfway down your nail, so you can get that real pretty edging, and have half of your nail be the color from underneath. But then on your other nails, it's big enough that you can fill the whole thing. So you can play around with that and have different kinds of effects with whether you want the full nail covered or not. And so I love images like that for those kinds of manicures. This is fun. This reminds me of Connect 4. And I love the little stars on some of them. Very cute. Great textural image for a background element on any manicure you want to use, or to use it just on its own. Like some webbing or netting, some beautiful fabric. Love it. I love this flowing butterfly look. And then you've got a smaller butterfly that you can use. You know, put that on your accent nail. Put this on your other nails. Beautiful. Look at daisies. These are like Gerbera daisies. Beautiful, beautiful. And how well that these two would go together. You can play with that on, you know, maybe put that half on one nail and then have this covering your other nails. Beautiful. And I should say that there's this one goes up here with that, so you can play around and pair those. For days when you've got a little bit more simple look, you can have that and then play around with these kind of matching ones on other nails with that. I love this. Great visual illusion kind of look. And it's like rays of something coming down, hypnotizing you. Beautiful filigree work here. And then we have this beautiful water lily, just gorgeous. You can do so many beautiful things with that. Oh, and then I love the delicacy of this pattern and the way the swirls going together. And then we have a very different kind of like flourishy deal. So this flourish and this flourish, this one has kind of a more bohemian feel to it, where this sort of has a more Art Nouveau feel to it for me. Love it. And then we've got a kind of a Victorian wallpaper or background, and I love how these go together. So you can get the center of this image really centered, and then maybe have this coming off on the sides. So you've got that as your accent nail, and these are complementing it. Then, so much beautiful swirlness. So much beautiful swirlness and visual illusion going on. And then look at this. This is like little hearts coming together, diamond heart shapes coming together. And then we've got this guy up here that complements that. You can play around with that. And then last but not least, we have this beautiful stylized leaf pattern. Okay, let's talk about size. This big collage style image here is about 1 3/4 tall, 1 3/4 inches tall, and just about exactly 2 inches wide. And then your little images on your plates are going to be about an eighth of an inch short of an inch, so an eighth of an inch under an inch, and then they are about 3/4 of an inch wide. And then just to kind of give you a feel for the size on these, let me run that by there for you. And I will have stills of these on my blog. All right, let's get stamping. Okay, let's take a look at how Collection 5 stamps. I am going to do one image from each plate for you, and I'm using Kona Black. All right, let's take a look at this one here. It's got some big spaces and some little areas. It's pristine, absolutely pristine and perfect. And I will put a still shot for you just in case that isn't coming out as well as it should. Alright, so that was 503. Let's do 501. Also beautiful. Okay, and let's do 502. And there we go. I think you can see that over there. Okay, so I will, I love these plates, and I will have information, links, and everything down below. And thanks for watching.